What up, YouTube? Team Moose here. Since it was, of course, Hispanic Heritage Month, and since this is also the pretty much the last day of it, I decided to go ahead and do my 10 favorite Hispanic based movies. There's some pretty good ones out there. I mean, there's of course loads of great Spanish actors, and there are lots of great films to watch around Hispanic Heritage Month. So with that being said, here's my top 10 favorite Hispanic related movies. Alright. Well, Latinx movies, I should say. Coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with Raising Victor Vargas. Now this stars this actor named Victor Rasuk, who you might actually remember from 50 Shades of Grey. He was in the first Godzilla movie. Pretty cool actor. Anyway, this film, of course, takes place in New York City's Lower East Side here, and you got a Dominican teen who's also a ladies' man named Victor Vargas, who has nothing on his mind but girls, and so he ends up taking the big game by at this local pool, and so Vargas's true experience ends up amounting to nothing more, and here he ends up pretty much falling for this stunning but stuck-up girl named Judy Ramirez, played by Judy Marte. And it also has Melanie Diaz, who's also on the show Charm. Got some interesting, cast here. I thought Victor and Judy's chemistry together is pretty solid. If you really want to look at times it does feel a bit like the before trilogies and all. I mean, this is a really decent little film. It doesn't really get talked about a whole lot, but it's pretty good. And it's sad that Victor Ressa is not bigger name star, because he's actually a pretty cool actor right there. Number 9, I'm gonna go with Philly Brown. Now, this is, I guess, shows like a female version of 8 Mile in a way. It stars Gina Rodriguez, who is, of course, pretty much best known for Jane the Virgin and loads of other stuff. She was in that movie Miss Bella last year. Anyway, here you got Gina Rodriguez, who plays this character named Mojo Tanarario, who's this talented hip-hop artist who is offering a record deal, and she wants to try to make money and get out of that town of hers. You've got Lou Diamond Phillips, who portrays her father in this. You've got the late Jane Rivera, who plays her mother, whose character is in prison. And Jane Rivera, sadly, this was her last film before she tragically passed away. I thought she was really terrific here. The scenes between her and Philly between her and Gina was pretty good. It has some really cool music in this. You also had, it was also pretty cool seeing a stand and deliver reunion between Edward James Olmos and Lou Diamond Phillips. That was pretty cool. I mean, Lou Diamond Phillips, by the way, is in this list a couple of times. So, yeah, who just doesn't love Lou Diamond Phillips? He is the man. But anyway, lots of people probably say that Jane the Virgin is the film that is really the show that introduced him to Jane Rodriguez. Nope, it was actually Philly Brown, to me, that introduced me to her. I just thought she was terrific in this one. Alright, number 8, I'm gonna go with Frida. Now, Frida is, of course, about the famed artist Frida Kahlo, and this stars Salma Hayek in it. It's directed by Julie Taymor, who's directed films Across the Universe. She recently directed The Glorious this year. Pretty cool director. You also had Ashley Judd. Alfred Molina was terrific. This film really went on depth of who, really of the controversial artists that Frida would make and all. Probably one of the Salma Hayek's best performances. I mean, she actually even scored a Oscar nomination for her performance here now, and a well-deserved nomination, that is. Yeah, Frida is a pretty solid one. I mean, this film, of course, takes place in the 1990s, not 1900s, I might say, and pretty solid one. I mean, I don't really follow artists or anything, art or anything like that, like paintings and all that, but the stuff that Frida drew, pretty intriguing. Alright, coming in at number 7, I'm going to go with Real Women Have Curves. Now, this is actually the film that I guess you say put America Ferrera on the map. And here, the story is about the first generation of a Mexican American girl and her passage to womanhood. And so, like, although she wants to go away to college, she must also bow the views of her parents here. And you also had George Lopez. He appeared in this. He was pretty solid. Lupa, I always pronounce her name. Lupe. She played Selena's killer in the movie Selena. I forgot how to pronounce her last name, but she was actually pretty solid in this. America Ferrera is, you know, of course, she is best known for shows like Ugly Betty, Superstore. She's of course best known for Sister Charlie Pants. Ferrera was really solid here. She gave a pretty decent performance. I mean, she was very charming in this. If you guys have not really seen Real Women Have Curves, give it a shot. It's a pretty decent flick. I mean, also her chemistry with her mother, this was pretty good. Pretty decent flick. Number 6, I'm gonna go with Machete. It's a Latinx film. I mean, Machete is probably one of the most badass Mexican characters there is. I mean, you guys, probably one of the best Mexican actors of all time. Danny Trejo is in this. Who just does not love Danny Trejo? I mean, go check out Pete Davidson's SNL's skit about his love for Danny Trejo. I mean, yeah, Trejo is just a man. And I mean, you also had, it was of course directed by Robert Rodriguez. You had the likes of Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Alba was in this. You had Robert De Niro. You had Daryl Shabbar in this. You had Cheech Marin. I mean, if you ever want to see a movie where Cheech Marin gets pretty much gets nailed to a cross, definitely this is one for you. It's really cool. Very violent, bloody, gory. It's definitely one of the most violent action movies I've ever seen before. It's a really cool. I mean, if you ever want to see Machete, you know, pretty much hang from someone's intestines, definitely give this one a shot.
It was free, right?
Yeah. Well, what happened was
number 5, another Robert Rodriguez movie, and another Salma Hayek movie, by the way. Number 5 is Desperado. I mean, this of course was a follow-up to Robert Rodriguez's early film El Marache. You've got Antonio Banderas playing the role Marache. You've got Jaco Almeida, who plays the drug lord in this. You also had Salma Hayek. Steve Buscemi was in this one. I mean, Desperado, well, not as violent as, let's say, Machete was. Desperado's pretty violent. I mean, Antonio Banderas, of course, is one of the, is probably one of the coolest Spanish actors there is. I mean, tell me you did not have a crush on Salma Hayek when you first saw this film. I mean, yeah, Salma Hayek was just, yeah. Of course, had some really cool music. I mean, who knew that Antonio Banderas could play a guitar well? He played the guitar pretty well in this. Well, I guess that was more of a banjo, but still. Banjo, guitars, same thing. Yeah, if you guys haven't really seen Desperado, definitely give that one a watch. Alright, number 4. I always mispronounce the title for this, but number 4, I'm going to go with Y to Mama Tabian. Now, this movie, of course, starred the likes of Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna, who plays these 2 teenagers who decide to pretty much go like on a road trip, and they end up going on a cross-country trip with this beautiful older woman, and they both, it's a pretty, I'm just going to say, it's a pretty filthy film. Yeah, there's like, I mean, those 2 pretty much have their way with this, girl on off. Of course, the movie is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, the man behind films like Gravity, Roma, Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. This is probably my favorite film that Cuarón has ever done. It's pretty decent. Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna, who have also worked together plenty of times. They both had some really good chemistry in this. The one who plays the female lead was pretty good. I know all 3 of them had some really solid chemistry in this. So if you guys have not really seen Y2 Mama Tabian, definitely get that one to watch. Number 3, speaking of Lou Diamond films, number 3, I'm gonna go with La Bamba. Now, this of course is about famed Mexican singer Richie Valens, and this is of course how he got started, and it goes from how he got started to his tragic death by a plane crash. Tragically, he passed away with Buddy Holly. Richie Valens was like 20, about I think 17 when he passed away. He tragically passed away at a very young age. But I thought, anyway, that aside, Lou Diamond Phillips, I think he was pretty good at playing the role of Richie Valens. I mean, he had some really iconic Richie Valens songs in this. Like, of course, obviously the iconic song La Bamba. You had some other folks in this too, like Asai Morris was also in this. You had Elizabeth Payne that was great in this. You had some really other good cast lists. The one who plays Buddy Holly was pretty good. I mean, if you guys have not really seen La Bamba yet, definitely give it a shot. I guess you could say it was one of the movies that put Lou Diamond Phillips on the map for most people, and probably one of his coolest performances, in my opinion.
It was also funny on that flight. First class was like half.
All right, number 2, I'm gonna go with 1997's Selena. Now, like La Bamba, this is also a biopic, and this is a film about late singer Selena, who tragically was killed by a fan. And of course, you got Jennifer Lopez, who gave like a breakthrough performance at playing the role of Selena. This film, of course, used lots of Selena's iconic songs in this.
They were like
it was, I guess you say, was the movie that really put Jennifer Lopez on the map for most people. And when she got cast, it was a bit of controversy because, of course, J-Lo, was Puerto Rican while Selena was Mexican, so it was a bit of controversy on that part. But that aside, doesn't take away of how great Jennifer Lopez was at portraying the role of Selena. She really embodied the role. She really sang. I mean, crazy fact, when J-Lo sang as Selena, that wasn't even her voice. They actually used Selena's real life voice for this. I thought that was great. You're gonna need some tissues because, of course, they end up talking about her being killed. That was a real tragic loss right there. I mean, I believe she was like 22 when she passed away. She passed away at a very young age. The film also had Edward James almost in this. You had some other good cast members. I mean, if you guys have not really seen the Jennifer Lopez starring Selena film, go check it out. Really solid flick.
so buzzed by.
All right, what's better than Selena, La Bamba, Desperado? My number 1 pick, I'm gonna go with Stand and Deliver. I mean, to me, Stand and Deliver is the best one. You got Edward James almost as this, pretty much as his high school teacher, who is being hassled by tough students like Angel Guzman, played by Lou Diamond Phillips. And I guess you say this is a film that, lots of teachers would probably show their kids once in a while. You also had Andy Garcia was in this. And Andy Garcia was pretty terrific in this one. You had Rosanna De Soto, who of course was also in La Bamba. She was terrific in this one. I mean, yeah, Stand and Deliver is definitely, it's a pretty decent flick. Really inspirational. Really solid flick, and great performances by Edward James Olmos, who I believe got an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken there, but yeah, pretty good on his part. Anyway, yeah, if you guys have not really seen Stand and Deliver yet, definitely give that one a watch. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Raising Victor Vargas. 9, Philly Brown. 8, Frida. 7, Real Women That Have Curves. 6, Machete. 5, Desperado. 4, Y2, Mama Tamian. 3, La Bamba. 2, Selena. And 1, Stand and Deliver. Now, there's a few other ones I probably could have added. Let me. Pixar's first film with a Mexican lead. Coco's a pretty good one. Let's see. A couple of Spanish films that I've never really seen, to be honest with you. Let's see. Under the Same Moon. Nothing Like the Holidays is pretty good. Viva. There's loads of other ones I probably could have added. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Latinx movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is C Movies signing off.